Hit it. Whose house?
Sports House.
Hello everybody, welcome to Sports House. I'm your host AT, and today we're going to talk about the Cincinnati Bengals. Now last year, the Cincinnati Bengals went 6-11, 6 wins and 11 losses, and they did not exceed expectations because the Cincinnati Bengals were expected to become a playoff contender last year, but they wasn't. And the reason they're in this video today is because I think they can win the Super Bowl next year. The reason they did not win the Super Bowl last year is because their defense. Their defense was historically bad. And I mean, they missed 170 tackles, and they allowed 28.9 points per game, which is high for a defense. Now, the Bengals did try to get better on defense this offseason by trading for Dexter Lawrence. And this Dexter Lawrence trade, what that tells me is they're ready to win now. Because if you would trade for a veteran, a great Pro Bowl defensive tackle veteran, that tells you that you want to win the Super Bowl right now. You don't want to build towards the future. Which, I mean, it's great to build towards the future, but sometimes if you're a general manager and your job is on the line and you haven't made the playoffs after a bad year, you might want to get some veteran talent in that locker room to help it out. Now, on the offensive side of the things, it's great. Offense is great because they have one of the best wide receiver duos in the NFL right now with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. And also they have a quarterback, Joe Burrow. Now last year Joe Burrow missed 9 games because he had a turf toe. But that was mostly because of the offensive line. But in this offseason, the front office, they improved the offensive line. They got Orlando Brown Jr. They got Dylan Fairchild. They also got center Ted Collins. They also got Dalton Risner. And also have Amarius Mims, who's a first-round pick, a former first-round pick, who they're still trying to develop him and turn him into a Pro Bowl tackle. Now in their draft, they didn't have a first-round pick because they traded for Dexter Lawrence. But in round 2, they selected Cassius Howell, an edge out of Texas A&M. And that tells me it's great for the Bengals to get defense because they need defense. And that tells me they're trying to help the front line with Dexter Lawrence. They also picked Takario Davis, a cornerback out of Washington. That's another defensive pick. If you notice the trend going on right here in the draft, the first 2 picks on the defensive side of the ball because that's what they need to mostly improve on, which is great by the front office. They also picked Connor Lew, a center out of Auburn, helping out O-line to help Joe Burrow. They picked KB Young, the wide receiver out of Georgia, to help the offense. Because that wide receiver room is already stacked enough. If you can add one more Pro Bowl wide receiver in there, you can be unstoppable. You're going to win 12 games next year. And maybe go 17-0 or something like that. Now, with this Cincinnati Bengals, they also brought in Boyer Mafe. That's a pass rusher from Cincinnati. Not Cincinnati, from Seattle. From the Seahawks, the Super Bowl winning team. Boyer Mafe, he won the Super Bowl with Seattle. And he helped them win the Super Bowl. And usually if you win the Super Bowl with a team and your contract's expiring, you would want to go on to another team and cash out. What I mean by cash out is get a lot of money in your contract and get ready for years in the future. So that's what Boyer Mafe did, and he went with Cincinnati. He's also another defensive player. So Cincinnati, they're trying to win. Now, they're trying to win. They're not trying to wait and develop the future. They want to win the Super Bowl now. And I think they can really do that. Because they got a great offense already. They building a great defense. So we just got to wait and see how they play next year. So my ceiling for Cincinnati is maybe a Super Bowl win. And my floor for them is a divisional loss. So thank you everybody for watching this video. And I'll see you on the next one.